So the question is, so here in the West, people buy one house with riba, and they say it's like acceptable because you need to live. So wanted to know whether there was any like evidence from the Quran or Sunnah that's allowed, or whether that's completely forbidden, and what best solution we should do.
You have to be very, very foolish to make halal what Allah made haram. You have to be reckless to make halal what Allah made haram. Those who have given this bogus fatwa that because you come to the West and that's the only way you can get a house, those who have given this bogus fatwa, I pity them on Judgment Day. I pity them on Judgment Day. Because what Allah has made haram, you cannot make halal. Yes, there are abnormal situations where the law is suspended temporarily. Like there is no food and people are starving, and the only food available is lahmul khinzir, pork. And Allah says in the Quran, you can eat the pork. But that is only a temporary state. Because while you are eating the pork, you'll eat the minimum. Okay? Number two, you would lick your fingers, enjoying the pork. Number three, while you're eating the pork, you're constantly looking for food so you can stop eating the pork. How then do we explain? You use this to go and buy your big house, you fill your plate with pork. My gosh, look at how it's loaded. It's not a one-bedroom house, eh? Number two, you are licking your fingers, you're enjoying, you're proud of the fact you have this house. You're boasting to others. Number three, you sign an agreement for 30 years of pork. When you're supposed to eat the pork for the minimum time possible until you can get food. So don't use this analogy to justify your monstrous betrayal. You didn't have the knowledge because your scholars failed you. They didn't teach you the subject. And you went in and you signed the agreement. And now you have a rope around your neck. Don't blame me for that, blame yourself. What to do now? You do what countless of my students have done when they realized what sin they had entered into. They got rid of the house as soon as they could, regardless of what the price they had to pay. And then they rented. I lived in the United States for 12 years. And for 12 years I was paying a rent. I never, ever thought about buying a house. You rent a place. And when you cannot afford to rent a place, you make hijrah. You go somewhere else where you can afford to live. That is my answer to you. It is haram. And no one can make haram, cannot make it halal.
Jazakallah khair, Sheikh. Next question.